Happened today? I uh
Mhm.
I had my keys because I had to inspect a room. I work at a hotel. I had to inspect a
Yeah.
room and I had a master key and I put it in my pocket and when I went home it was still in my pocket. And so my coworker in the morning he was like thrown off, so I had to drive him the key and then rush back home to make sure we were on time. Hey, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Or no, the host. Oh no, that was a follow. I can't see it though. I don't get the alerts right away.
Oh, how come?
It's because
The
on a
open?
Discord call, the alerts don't pop up. I can just hear them.
So you have like Discord, as the main
Yes,
screen.
that's the way
Mm.
I do it. Yeah. All right. So let me get to my questions here. And then I know you
Wait,
got.
I thought we were doing a general reading.
Well, we are, and then it's.
Oh, no questions for me. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I
we're
thought for the tarot
we're doing it.
cards
We're
because
doing
I
a,
didn't.
doing a little bit of both.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you
cool.
for the follow, Tommy. Appreciate that. Trying to get to my goal for the year for the channel is to get to 1,000 by December 31st. So we shall
Mm.
see. We shall see.
Oh, that's in a month. You're 200 off, right? Yeah.
About, yeah. All right, and then I know you have questions for me about the reading, which is gonna be interesting.
Well, you told me that you wanted like how do I say, a general reading.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'll take
technically,
that. Okay, so you
so
got the deck all planned out already. There you go. Ooh,
yeah, because normally when people have like readings and stuff, I ask them if they have specific questions,
yeah,
vague or as broad as you want, so I can like plan out what's card spread to do. Because
yeah,
sometimes there are card spreads that are better for certain questions like love or money or streaming, for
yeah.
example. So yeah, but since it's a general reading, this one will just sort of like comprise all areas of your life, like just
Nice, nice.
very general. So it's like past, present, future, mostly those kind of
Well, I
things.
remember you were like, "What topics do you want to talk about?" And I was like, "Well, love," and then I was like, "Career, well, finances." You're like, "Well, we'll do general. We'll do a general deck." I'm like, okay. I was all over the place.
Yeah. I think sometimes also when people start out like with their first tarot card reading, they don't really know what exactly to ask.
Oh
Like
boy.
yeah, yeah, I guess a general reading is good. And then, in the future if you have more questions, you could definitely do like more specific ones.
Thank you for the host. Oh, Slendermonk. Thank you for the host. Um, all right. Yeah, I think there's a. I think my friend Swole said there's a way we can do like a virtual window eventually, and I'll be able to see who's doing what. Tommy, what's up?
A
Um,
virtual window?
yeah. I don't know, but I mean, we're good now. God, my hair, like you can tell, I was running to get to my get to the door. I was in such a rush.
Is it there actually? It's pretty early, right?
Yeah. It's going on 8 a.m. I was up at 6 a.m. I woke up. Actually, no, I woke up at 5:40. I woke up at 5:40
Mm-hmm.
a.m. And I was like, all right, I got to get ready for this. Tommy, I'm doing well. All Gucci came to see the interview and the tarot reading. Yeah, I'm doing well. Just I literally took the one of the main keys from my work home and I had to drive it back. Yeah. And then how is
I,
Crescentine family?
I'm doing good. I just ended work as well, so yeah.
Oh, you were at work too?
Yeah, but I work at home, so it's
Oh,
okay.
okay. I was like, oh boy, oh boy. I know how
Not
rough
that
that is.
far of a walk.
You just turn in your chair, like you're on this screen, and then you turn, you're like, okay, we'll do tarot reading on this screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a
Like I
PS5
work.
controller I see?
Yes, that's not a router. Everyone says like that's a huge router.
I thought that was a router. Yeah, I thought that was a router.
It's a PS5.
Nice.
But it's turned on the other side because like the wires and the plug are all over that side, so I can't really turn it on the side with the PS logo, which sucks. But it's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay, so let's get started if you
yeah.
want.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
So, since like we're in a Discord call, I'm just gonna use this cam. I'm just gonna hold up the cards for you, and
Yeah.
then maybe later I'll take a photo of the spread just so to send it to you in the DMs. All
Yeah,
right.
no
So
worries.
you have to choose between these two decks.
Deviant
So you can
Moon.
have,
Hmm.
yeah, you can have like the Crescent Moon deck or the Full Moon deck, as I call them. So normally just choose what spoke to you first.
Um, I'm gonna go with the one on the right, the one with the puppets.
The one with the puppets. This one.
Yeah.
Funny enough, like a lot of people choose this one. I don't know why. I wonder why.
Ah, good choice. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It just like I said, it just spoke to me. Just spoke to me.
Why? It's better when it speaks. So I'm shuffling the cards right now. So feel free to ask me any questions if
Okay.
you would like.
All right. So while you're shuffling, what got you into gaming?
Gaming. Oh, story of every gamer's life, I guess.
Yeah,
You were born for it, I think.
I was. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like I think every gamer and gaming streamer I've talked to, they've been gaming since they were born or something.
Yeah.
I started when I was 6 with the family computer or SNES.
Yeah.
And from then on, I've been playing ever since. But like my sisters also, they were all gamers actually.
Ah, interesting. So, out of how many siblings do you have, if I can ask?
We're three girls.
Uh huh.
Although the middle child, she's a lesbian and she
Oh,
looks like a boy.
okay.
She
Okay.
she actually looks like a boy, so it's quite. So I would say we're two girls and one boy.
Okay. Well, I have. It's kind of like yours. Well, not exactly like your situation, but I have. So I have an older brother, no, five sisters and two brothers. So there's eight of us. If you, my parents remarried and they had kids, and all of us, were gamers. Thank you for the follow, Zarin. Appreciate that.
I actually wonder sometimes if gaming is more nature than nurture, or is it
Well,
nurture? I don't know.
here's the thing too. So both of my parents were gamers. My mom was a game tester at Atari, and
I really,
yeah.
dude, that's awesome.
So I, grew up with the classics, and then my parents separated, and then I didn't get to see my three sisters on my dad's side for like 17 years. And when I met them, they were all
Yeah,
gamers. We all liked the same stuff. So I think it's a nature thing.
I agree with that because
Yeah.
my mother also, she was a gamer. Like she at during her youth, she finished Super Mario, the very original Super
Oh
Mario,
yes.
and with no save points. You know,
Yeah.
like
No, it's
back
hardcore.
then, there were no
You
save
had to sit in
points.
front of it.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and you pause it when you can't do it anymore. So she actually finished that, and I was like, "That's insane."
That was
And she
awesome.
was so into Pac-Man, like the
Oh,
arcade
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, my dad. When we used to visit him, he would take us to the arcades, and he would be in arcade tournaments.
Oh,
So, yeah,
damn!
we were. Yeah, it's in the blood. It's in the
Like,
blood. I plan. I always think when I have
my
kids, same deal.
yeah, because
Gamers.
I think if your parents are gamers, they'd buy you consoles as well. So
Oh yeah. Oh
they'd
yeah.
understand. Could you give me a number? It's just for shuffling.
Out of what? Any
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 number.
number? 42. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, it's Atari. I remember she'd come home and she'd have the games, and we would just play them. I was like 3 or 4 at the time, and I just remember I'm like, oh, okay, it was
I'm
awesome.
setting up the cards now in so I'm doing like a full moon lunar spread reading for you. And so this is basically in a round position. But it's too bad that you can't see. But I'm gonna take a photo of the cards so I can
Okay, all right. And then I need to get into the Discord chat or like an instant message.
Alright, send this to you. No, actually, maybe I'll just show you
Okay,
on
all right.
the cam. It's looking like that right now.
Okay. And you want me to see which card or which card to pick, huh?
Ah, no, 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 you don't have to pick. I'm
Okay.
going to read them one by one.
Okay.
And normally they would tell a story, supposedly. So yeah, so these 10 cards represent 10 aspects of your life. Are you scared?
No, no, no. I'm a shallow breather all as always, and I was just readjusting. I like to sit on my with one leg like under me. You know what I mean?
I know some people they get really nervous
Mm,
when like this is your first time, right?
I think I my first time in person. Yeah, I think I've had someone like do one for me, and then they like emailed me, and but yeah, I've never had
Oh,
one in real
okay.
time because I can imagine you're like you're gonna, you know, like that taxi's gonna come in. What taxi? Just come through my door, like hit by a car or something.
Either way, if you didn't know, there's a tarot category on Twitch if
Is
you
that
want to
right?
switch to that. Mhm.
Oh, I mean, I could switch to it, but we're also doing the interview too.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, you can't see the cards, so I guess on the thumbnail they won't see.
Yeah, yeah. Mod reflexes. Sorry. There you
Oh
go,
my
Tommy.
god. All right. So the first card represents you in the present day. So I'm actually envisioning that you're in front of me, which is easy because you seem like you're in front of me. So the direction that the card is facing is supposed to be your direction. So I'm going to just flip it for me so that I
Yeah.
see it properly. All right. So um all right, wait, how did I open that? Okay, like this. So that means so
I do like
that's the
inverted.
inverted that's the inverted 10 of cups. It's not necessarily
Oh no.
probably wait, why oh no.
You're like it's
Why?
not necessarily bad, but
Well, so wait, no, I'm gonna put it like that. So like the inverted 10 of cups, because like in tarot there are also like four suits. So there's like the swords, the cups, the wands, and the pentacles.
yeah.
So in so this one is like 10 of cups, and the 10 of cups, normally cups it deals with emotions normally. So whenever like a card with cups comes out,
Yeah.
you immediately know that it has something to do with emotions. And sometimes it also represents like levels in society and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the inverted Ten of Cups, actually, why I said earlier that it's not necessarily something good, because it represents somehow a sort of loss, or perhaps like a separation in either relationships in your life, or
Mm.
like in your family or close circle of friends. So,
Yeah.
like the inverted yeah. So like the inverted 10 of cups. And I just like, oh God, we're going to bring up some emotionally damaging topic
Stream's over,
right
guys.
now.
Stream's over. Just
Okay,
kidding.
that sucks because like it's 2020, and
No,
I
you're
know that
good. You're good.
a lot of people are experiencing this, and I don't want to like make you feel bad or
No,
anything.
no, 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 not at all. Not at all. You're good. You're good.
But yeah.
Do you
So
want me
like
to
the inverted
elaborate or?
Well, you could elaborate if you want to. So this
Well,
is like
sorry.
this is this is just representing probably the overall, like it's like what is probably the biggest in your life right now, like something about like family or relationships.
Well, currently there. By the way, Joe Lewis, how's it going? But yeah, currently, right now, I mean, there is somebody that is close to me that there's like definitely a rift or like a void,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it's gonna get better. It just seems like it's getting further and further.
And it's actually somebody that you don't want to lose.
That's right.
And Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that and it seems like it's actually the one that is probably bearing the most on you right
Oh
now,
yeah.
in present day. So, and I don't want to pry.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna pry.
No, go ahead. I mean, you can ask. We'll see where it goes, and then yeah.
But, since it's the inverted ten of cups, is it somebody that you consider like super close to you that is more of a family already, or
No, not
perhaps
family.
somebody. Yeah, but
Like
somebody probably you consider family or maybe want to start a family
that's
with.
right. The second option.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Okay. Cause yeah. But I let's see what the other cards have to say. Oh God, I can't
Yeah.
believe we're starting with this
No, no,
topic.
no. Let's go. Let's go.
But like, how are you? Okay, no, wait, no, this is your stream. Why am I the one interviewing you?
Well, no, we do both.
Sorry.
Like, no one's like people have done it before. Like, they're like, "Can I ask you questions?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then they're like, they never do. I guess for my second question, because I'm just going through my regular streamer interview questions. Um, how long have you been streaming on Twitch?
Oh, I'm actually going on my third year this
Ooh,
December.
nice,
December 13, I think, is my 3 years of streaming.
cool.
I need to do my badge for my third year. Feels so long already. I feel so old.
Oh man, you're not old. What was the first game you streamed, if you remember?
Um, I think it was League of Legends because
League?
at the
Okay.
time I had such a shitty PC. It was the only thing my PC could do, and even with League, I was lagging so hard. So, oh,
Oh no.
terrible. Yeah.
And then let's
First 6
see. What was the origin behind your screen name?
Oh, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Because like my name is Christine.
Oh.
So, and I really love the crescent moon. So if you notice, like, wait, I have a tattoo here of a crescent moon and
Oh.
like, crescent moon there, or
Yes.
else I just a lot of crescent moons. And like even the cards are all moons and stuff.
Definitely a
So
theme. Definitely a theme.
so yeah. So this one day I was like, okay, why not add crescent to Christine and be Crescentine? And it's
Woohoo!
quite close to my name. So like when
Yeah.
people call me, hey Cress, so I'm just like, hey.
I mean,
I
it works.
respond immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does.
um, let's see. Let me look at your emotes real quick. Are they from
Oh, the
Sailor
cat.
Moon?
Yeah, they were Sailor Moon inspired.
Because I see the crescent moon.
Yeah.
So usually, if there's like a channel mascot, I ask what the origin behind the channel mascot is. But I think
Mhm.
it's the cat from Sailor Moon with the crescent moon on him.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Okay.
I also have
Um,
some some of the girls in there.
the
That is
girls?
supposed to be me.
Oh wow.
Because
Okay.
it's a mix of girls and the cat. So that's supposed to be me.
I like it's like Crest W, Crest A, Crest E, R. What?
Call
Wait,
me
what is that
sign.
spelling?
Which one?
So there's Crest W, then Crest
Yeah.
A, E, R, G,
Oh, it
B.
is just like short. I just shortened like Chris E, for example. That's Chris Evil.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought they were spelling like a word if you put them all together. Never mind. My brain is out there. Sorry.
It's just easier for people to type in chat, so I do it like
Oh,
that.
that's smart.
Mm. Especially in
Um,
mobile.
and yeah, mobile. That's a pain in the butt. If the mobile if it doesn't pop up, I don't even try. Like I don't even try. Um, let's see. Did you have any other questions you wanted to ask me, like in terms of the reading, or do you want me to keep going with mine?
Oh no, I can continue with your
Okay,
reading now.
no worries, no
So
worries.
I'm on your
We're just
second
kind of going
card.
back and forth.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
So on your second card, this would represent past influences. Sorry, super interesting card just popped up.
Wow.
So this is
Handful of
the
cakes.
lovers. This
Okay.
is this is the lovers card. So basically, well, So this represents like past influences, like events from the past that has shaped your present day,
Yeah.
in a way that you subconsciously in a way that you subconsciously know or consciously know that it has formed you today.
Yeah.
So the lover's card, well, it's very straightforward. It represents love.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes in the context of like in the past, you're probably someone who has received a lot of love or has given a lot of love to
Mm.
other people,
Yeah.
either from your family, or you had probably like past relationships that have been so loving, and it just has
Mm.
influenced you today to grow up into a person that is just like overflowing with love. And I can see that
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
you have like such a like a friendly aura about you. And like I don't know, if I were just to describe you, look like a really kind person.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, is it the cheeks, the
Oh.
smile? But you look like a guy that people naturally like, if you know what I mean.
I've been it's funny actually. I remember I was working at a hotel once and this guy, he was doing security, and he comes to me and he was like showing me all these things, like I guess he was like a soldier or something like that, and he goes, I don't know why I'm telling you this. He goes, but he goes, I've seen the worst of people, and he goes, I can tell that you're a good person because of, he goes, your eyes, like, or something like that. But they told me that I had like a good heart. So do you want me to elaborate on the lovers thing? Because you said it's like a,
You can.
okay,
I
so,
would love to
okay,
know.
Julian, how's it going? So, for me, like, the childhood was a little rough. Um, but my grandma on my mom's side, she lived with us. So like all the hardships that we went through and all that stuff, she stayed with us. She didn't leave. And I remember like just I always felt unconditional love from her. Like I couldn't do any wrong. And she actually considered my older brother and I like her kids. And
So you were kind of being raised by your grandmother,
and my
and your
mom, yeah.
mother had
Yeah, my mom,
probably.
but my grandma had a lot of influence on me. It's so she died when I was 11, but the conversations that we had were kind of interesting in the fact that you wouldn't think like a 70-year-old woman or a woman in her 60s would talk to a 10-year-old or 11-year-old like this, but it stayed with me. Like I see you're trying to focus. But
Sorry.
she no, you're good. You're good. She she told me once, she goes, if a girl wants to sleep with you, she wants to do she wants to give you something more than sex. And that always stuck with me. Like if it's too easy, like
Wait, what?
don't do it. And so I was like,
What?
you know, it always stuck with me. Like if it's super easy or something, like don't trust it. She had lung cancer, and she actually asked me to promise her never to smoke. And I'm 40 now, and to this day I've never smoked anything because I kept a promise to her.
Damn. Well, she does seem like a big influence on your life,
Mm.
and I actually commend adults who speak to children in an adult manner. I feel like that's really how kids absorb
Yeah,
learnings, you know?
yeah.
Like I feel if you talk to a child like a child, then they will act like a child. But then if you talk to them like adults, like how your grandma did,
Yeah.
I feel like the impact is more like.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. It was like there's a lot of things that like I still do to this day just from what I was taught back then. Like you said, it definitely shaped who I am. You know.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Well, kudos to your grandma.
Thank you.
She
Yeah.
raised a good grandson.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely family oriented. I when my mom had my siblings, my three younger siblings, I apparently I'm a good like like not I wouldn't say surrogate father, but like I was very fatherly. Um,
Fatherly, yeah.
like one of my sisters, she actually plays games with me now. But she
Mhm.
was like, when she gets married, she wants me to walk her down the aisle versus her dad.
What the hell?
So it was like I haven't had kids yet, but I you know like I know what it's like to
Mhm.
raise a kid. Yeah.
that is the complete opposite of me because I'm like, man, I can only raise myself.
You're good.
Like I am so afraid of like people depending on me. Well, not really like people depending on me. I mean, that's fine,
Yeah.
but it's like if I'm totally responsible for their well-being, like it freaks me out. Like
Yeah.
what if
Yeah.
I what if I fuck up? What if I fuck up this kid? Like, I mean, I just recently adopted a cat and I'm already scared that I'm gonna fuck it up.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
So like you don't. I think you sell yourself too short. Like you're not trusting yourself. You sometimes it's like one of those things. You ever see those TV shows where they kind of throw the kid in the water and the kid's like, I can't swim, and like he's like treading water, and the person's like, you're already doing it. The
It's
kid's like,
not true.
that's
That's how they tried to teach me how to swim
yeah.
and I just
See,
got traumatized.
and that's what you're doing. I can kind of see it or feel it. Like you're scared that you won't be doing it, but you already are. You're just overthinking it.
Perhaps.
That's what I think. I've been told I'm an empath. That's just what I feel.
Mhm.
Like when we talk, like because we've talked before about things, and I'm like, yeah, you're good. You're fine. But I don't know. It's weird. We're both kind of like probing each other right now. This is funny. Sorry. I don't want to get too deep. I don't want to
Let
make
me
you.
read your
Yeah,
third card
you're like
first.
third card.
Before. Okay, so the third card represents subconscious influences. Normally, these are like, by subconscious, I mean these are things that normally pop up in your dreams, or like,
Ooh.
yeah, or like subconscious thoughts that probably are stuck in the back of your mind that
Okay.
like, so, so
Oh,
I
accurate.
just love the freaking theme right now. Like the theme is so much about like relationships and and love in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
So this one is like the three of hearts.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it's like a woman stabbed with three swords straight to the chest.
Yeah.
While you see like outside her window, it's kind of like stormy,
Yeah.
and like she's like all alone. She has like three legs. She's trying to
Oh
stand up,
wow. I didn't see
trying
the I
to
didn't see the
support
third leg. Interesting.
trying to
Wow.
support herself despite being like penetrated for a lack of for a lack of a better
No,
word.
you yeah.
So like the three of swords in the upright position, I think it definitely speaks to what we talked about earlier on your first card,
Yeah.
which is the inverted ten of cups. So definitely it's also pretty straightforward. Like the three of swords in the upright position, it means that at the back of your head in your dreams, you're already fearing like this heartbreak, this separation. It represents the storm outside your window actually represents a looming storm. So basically, like um, potentially like a stormy relationship is about to happen, and it also represents if you can see like in this card,
Yeah.
like she's also like tearing up.
Yeah. I
So
see
there's
it.
like that one tier. That also represents like a longing for somebody that you love. So like you miss somebody that you love. So basically this is like the subconscious influences that are like at the back of your head right now. So it might appear in your dreams. It might appear in your dreams sort of, or like randomly, sometimes when we're not really consciously thinking. Like those random thoughts that come in your head. It's like, like you're just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like when you're on the toilet and you're not
yeah.
really consciously thinking. It's like, oh damn. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I get those when I
Yeah.
have like, because I have anxiety right now. I have
Mm-hmm.
like an anxiety disorder. So sometimes I have like these weird thoughts in my head. So
I I also have kind of like intrusive thoughts or anxiety. Like yesterday, I was playing a game and like, do you know what hypochondria is?
I've heard of it,
That's
but
where
I
you think
don't.
you have like something wrong with you or like an illness, but you're not sick.
I really.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I was playing a video game and like I kind of had like a weird pain or like a weird ache for a second. So like my brain just
Mhm.
kind of while I was streaming, my brain just kind of went there, and I'm like, on the inside
That
I'm like,
happened.
on the inside I'm like, oh my god, and on the outside I'm like, that happened to you?
That happened. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before like when I was still a smoker, because I just stopped
Mmm.
smoking actually.
Good.
I've stopped smoking for a year,
Awesome.
and before that I was smoking for 10 years, and then I was at night, like before sleeping, I would feel like, what if I have lung cancer? Stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that.
That's hypochondria. Yep. That it's
Yeah.
it. To be honest though, it's normal. But then when you attach the dread or the anxiety to it, like what we do, that's where
Mhm.
it gets, you know,
Exactly. It kind of
exactly.
spirals out of control. So, yeah. So now we've discussed like the present, the past, and
So
currently like subconscious influences.
so my subconscious, you're saying, is like a broken heart or like lost love.
I I feel like your subconscious, because your subconscious is like, like your hypochondria, yeah, like your
Mm-hmm.
hypochondria. You're afraid of a sickness that probably isn't there yet,
Mm.
or so this one is basically like fears and like probably just like at the back of your head you're already thinking like, oh, this is gonna lead to heartbreak or something like that.
That's true. Yeah.
So and
There is the closer somebody gets to me, it's weird. The closer somebody gets to me, especially in that sense, like a romantic sense, I always feel that it's gonna. I put up walls, and I feel like I'm gonna get hurt. So like I almost want to push people back, but then especially with that person that I love, I want them to come, and I always get worried. I'm like they're gonna go to someone else, and maybe someone's got more
exactly.
money or better looking or younger. Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like by consciously knowing your subconscious thoughts, you're able to better control them and put like reason into, like these unreasonable thoughts sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I forgot to mention that like, whenever I do tarot card readings, I don't see them as like predicting the future or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't I
This is
I
just for
don't like
fun.
it's mostly just for insight,
Yeah.
actually. So when I do like tarot card readings for myself, I use it as like a sort of personal therapy session for me,
Ah.
because sometimes visuals show me better like how things are than non-visual things, if you know what I mean.
You're a visual learner.
Yeah, it's like sometimes like because like the cards they tell like a story, and they all work in synergy with each other. And of course, like some people would just think, oh, it's for fun, and it's just like, oh, it's fun. But like for me, I truly believe. I don't know
Okay.
if I don't believe in predicting the future. I just believe that the cards somehow have synergy, and
Mm.
they're somehow alive. I don't know how to say
No,
that
no,
in
no.
a
You're
not
fine. You're fine.
weird way. I'm not a witch, but
So maybe like maybe in the sense where if it's an outcome that you like or that could be there, maybe you put your energy into making that a reality, and if it's something that's less favorable, you do what you
yeah, I
can to
don't, I
avoid it.
don't, yeah, I don't like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I always say this is not a reading of the future,
Mm.
because I also believe that the future, it changes every second, every minute. If we change something today, our future changes. So there are so many possibilities in the future. But like what I feel like with tarot
Magic.
cards is that it can really guide your decisions
Mm.
as to what you know now, and it can kind of open your eyes into as to what could be, which you already know actually.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like opening Pandora's box, like that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'll ask you a couple questions, and we'll go down.
Okay.
Julian, you deal with that a lot. You have panic attacks. Yeah, it's common. It's very common.
Yeah,
Let's
I've
see.
been
So
having that a lot.
with you having the PS5, are there any games you're looking forward to
Oh,
for
I only
streaming?
have one game. I only have one game at the
Which
moment.
one?
Wait, I'll show you.
Okay.
Um, it wait, is it not focusing?
Demon Souls. Oh,
Demon
everybody
Souls.
I know gets Miyazaki games. Everybody I know.
Demon Souls.
You like
I
hard
love
games.
Soulsborne. I love Soulsborne games.
Yeah.
They're insane.
Then, so I'm assuming you played, what is that? Bloodborne? Bloodborne? On PS?
I haven't actually started Bloodborne yet because
Uh,
there's so many games, and like I started Ghost of Tsushima,
yeah.
and I can't even finish it now. Sucks. And then
Sekiro?
Cyberpunk coming up. Oh, Sekiro, yeah, I finished it.
Oh, wow.
We sped run it,
You
right,
are
Tommy?
hardcore. Hardcore. Wow.
That was very nice. But Dark Souls
Um,
3 was the best.
oh, you like three? I bought three to do on stream for like my friends, and I sucked so bad I never went back.
Hmm.
Czar says it's also associations with the image, no, Chris? Uh, maybe also it tells the story of what your subconscious does with it, right?
Yeah. Which is why actually it's way harder for me to read for other people because like for example, I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
I I don't know your family, I don't know your past, I don't know anything at all. So it's like when I read the cards, I'm putting my own insight
Mm-hmm.
into what I read on it and like well, just cross my fingers.
You're good.
Let's hope that my interpretation is correct. So
Well, would you
yeah.
consider yourself an empathetic person?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I would say I'm very empathetic, even though sometimes I really don't want to. It's like it's so like I have such a hard time processing emotions right now. Like I absorb emotions so
I
easily,
can see that.
and I hate it. I hate it so
And
much.
then
Like
also,
I wanna be like a stone.
well, being a streamer and having a Discord and stuff, and you meet all these new people, and you take in all these emotions, and sometimes people troll you, and you're trying to make everyone happy. It's very draining, and it can cause a lot of anxiety. I could, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Um, let's
but
see.
also,
Hmm.
like I'm such an introvert. I'm
Same,
very introverted as
same.
well. It's so hard to like open yourself up to so many people.
It, you know, and it's funny because people. I don't know if you've gotten this too, but like being an introvert, people are like, well, you like being in front of the camera, in front of like
Hmm.
theoretically hundreds of people, and you just go, well, that's because I feel in control of the situation. Like anytime I want to click the button, click it off, I can click it off. Like it
Yeah,
can
and
end.
indeed, like I hate going out, like
Same.
especially when I know I can't go home on my own because like
Oh yeah.
when I want to end this social event, I can't. So like I hate going out. That's why I've been trying hard to get my driver's license so I can drive home whenever I need
Mm,
to,
yeah.
instead of waiting for a friend to drive me home. But with COVID, it seems like it's gonna be delayed.
So okay, can I let me ask? This isn't even on the questions, but what's your astrological sign?
Oh, Capricorn?
You're a Capricorn. Okay, I'm a Scorpio. So I was gonna say water signs. We're
Oh.
we're emotional people. Capricorns.
Hmm.
I don't know
I
much
think
about
it's a
you.
good sign. Yeah. Well, my birthday's next month.
I know. I know Capricorn. You're right around Christmas time. Right around New Year's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the 31st actually. But
No
right.
way. Really?
Yeah,
Your New
right
Year's Eve?
yeah.
Wow. Capricorns are wild. Yeah, I don't know. I have one of my best friends. She's a Capricorn. She's Christmas Eve. Um, she's super like
Whoa.
she's super like grounded and like usually heads on straight, and like I'm usually like I go to her if I'm like super like emotional or something. I'd be like, "This is what's going on. Like, how do we fix this?" And she's just like sorting it out. um,
I think we're very realistic. If I
yes.
like we're I would say that we are ambitious, but at the same time we know that these ambitions are not going to be easy. So we're like really not idealistic and very realistic when trying to achieve goals.
Mm.
That's I think that's what the Capricorn people I know are like. Well, I'm like that. Like I start whenever I have like plans, I
Yeah.
know that this will take me years. So like I start now and
Mm-hmm.
like I just do a little bit every day. But then I really need to have a passion for it. Otherwise I'm just like meh,
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
gonna.
totally, totally. I have a goal board on. It's a whiteboard
Mm-hmm.
in my room, and I wrote down. And also, I carry like a notebook with me, usually at all times, and I'll write down like goals or like dreams and stuff like that. And a lot of them from like 2018, I've done them now. So it's fine because I had a friend message me. She's like, "You're doing it like you're streaming and like you got this equipment. Like you said you were gonna do it." It's like, yeah, yeah.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. You write it down. Let's see. Let me. I okay. So this you'd be a really interesting person to ask this question to because I see you as super successful. You put a lot of work into your streams. So for somebody that wants to get into streaming, if they were to ask you like if they wanted to become an affiliate, like what tips would you give them or like pointers to do that?
Oh, really good question actually. Because like lately I haven't been streaming because I've been like, yeah, my anxiety
Yeah.
has been like over like through the roof. So I've been writing like a lot of guides actually on how to start streaming, how to grow your Twitch community, how to upgrade your stream and stuff like that. So I've just been using my energy on like writing down the stuff that I've done to maybe help other people as well. So I mean for affiliate, let's see. So affiliate is three average
Mm-hmm.
viewers
Yep.
and I think how many days of stream? I'm not sure. 30 days of streaming and I don't know what else. But the three average viewers is the hardest to get, I
It
know, for
is.
affiliate.
Yeah.
I had such a hard time getting affiliated at the beginning. You
Yeah. It's
won't
hard.
even. It took me 3 months to get affiliated. And like I was stuck for 60 with 16 viewers for the longest. Oh, with 16 followers for the longest time. It was so hard. But like I guess if I were to do things differently, because at the time I oh sorry, that's my sorry, there's news,
You're
breaking
good.
news. So I think at the time, if I knew what I knew now, and I could have told myself back in 2017 what I knew,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think the number one thing that I made a mistake was not engaging my chat. But you know, at the time there was nobody really to chat with.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I didn't really look for people. Like my mindset was not about growth. So I would say that in order to start streaming on Twitch and to be affiliated, you have to change your mindset, to set your mind on that goal, and you know to not just chillax because I was very chillax. I was like, dude, I don't fucking care. If you don't follow me, then don't follow me. I don't care about you.
Wow.
Like I was so bitchy. And then sometimes I would even turn off my mic when I didn't want to like say hi to people who drop by in
Wow.
my stream. I was very not approachable. Like I was like, you
Interesting.
know, so it took me about 3 months in order to get affiliated, just to get those three average viewers and the 50 followers, because my mindset was just not into it. So it's like, I guess if you want to be affiliated, you have to ask yourself, why am I even streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know, at that time I was like, why am I even streaming if I don't really want people to watch me or interact with me? So I guess it's all about the mindset really. But like if you really want like super duper
In depth.
actionable tips, visit my website,
Ooh.
crescentine.tv.
There we go. Got a plug time. Yeah.
So
So
but yeah,
wait, does
there's
that
some actionable
does
guides there.
does that mean you have tips on becoming partner?
Yeah, definitely. I just I it was a very long Adair told me linked it actually. There is a I wrote like the longest guide ever. Because like I've been like seeing a lot of other streamers who like I shared this actually on Twitter and on Instagram, but you know, like I feel like some people they don't really like to put in their work and the research required into doing certain things. But like whenever I start doing something and I really put my mind to it, I get so analytical. Like, cause my day job is a data analyst,
Ooh,
and
wow.
I'm a market researcher. So when I really get into something, I get so obsessed with it. And then I do all sorts of like research and observations, experiments,
Okay.
analysis. So like I've been doing that for the past 3 years and just figuring out and like looking at Twitch metrics and all of that thing, like
Mm.
figuring out where spikes are happening in my stream when it started growing, what I was doing, who I was interacting with, and like all of that kind of stuff. So I started writing it all down in this one guide. So if you want to check it out, like
And that's on the Crescentine.tv.
yeah,
Ooh, okay.
blog post there, I
It,
think.
it's my day off
I'll make a
today.
video. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
so
make a video on it.
yeah,
I know some
please.
people they don't like to read, so
Yeah,
it's
because
pretty long. So,
working on becoming partner is, oh my god, it's the bane of my existence, but I want it more than anything. And
mhm.
it's like this weird thing where like you go up 3 followers, but you lose four. It's like what?
Shit.
What?
Damn, that's hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. But once you get the ball rolling, it's like a snowball effect, I would say. Once you really get like these, like for example, Tommy and all of these other people who I call OGs. So basically, like the people who have been supporting me from the start. Once you get like this group of people, they're like magnets, and like the ball just rolls down the hill, and they magnetize other people to your stream.
Ah.
So it's I feel like I'm just clickbait actually. I'm just clickbait.
Mm,
Like I'm the one that shows up on Twitch like that. Like,
you're a
hey,
magnet, Tommy.
click on my stream. And then when people click on my stream, it's not me that keeps them there. It's freaking Tommy and all the other guys. Cause like I feel the same way when I enter into somebody's stream and then there's basically nobody to talk to, and then sometimes the streamer is too busy playing.
Yeah.
I I don't really feel like I want to stay because like there's nothing keeping me there. So I always tell these guys in my chat that they're actually the reason that my channel is growing, that the community is growing. Especially Toby, he makes so many videos. He like takes people's faces and adds them to like films. And then
Oh,
have you seen though?
I've seen
sometimes
those. Yeah.
sometimes we watch them on stream.
That's hilarious.
It really gives people identity in the community. I
Mm-hmm.
actually wrote more about this psychology of community because I also studied sociology.
Mm-hmm.
So sociology it's all about like community building and like you know bonds and social ties. So Tommy doesn't know it, but like I observe all of them.
Uh oh, Tommy, you're under a magnifying glass.
Yeah, they
Oh, hi,
know.
Nark. How's it going? Nark, stopping by for a quick lurk. Hope the interview's going well. And oh, hi, Crescentine. Narkval is one of my best friends. Love her to death. She is one of the most influential streamers I've ever met. Yeah, she's awesome. So I'm glad she stopped by. Um,
He
so
gave you.
so yeah, I was like emphasizing. So what do you call it? So are you saying that maybe your mods keep the chat going and keep the
Definitely.
okay.
Mod is super important because like your mod will be probably your first one of your first 10 viewers, and
That's true.
it is definitely their job. Well, I wouldn't say their job because you know they're not paid.
They're getting paid.
Mod, one singular mod. I've only had one mod, Tommy. I've had a few mods in the past, but then you know, they disappear. I don't know what happened. I swear to God, I had nothing to do with their disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, Tommy is stuck with me like for forever. So, and you know, like I
So
wouldn't say it's their job, but like it's here. He engages chat a lot,
yeah.
especially like when I'm busy.
Oh, he's got the super like the flexi cat. The Crest Flex. So it's interesting you bring that up because I actually had a mod that. So okay, so you know how mods tease you, right? Like they'll kind of poke at you. So I had
Yeah.
one though that was kind of like I could again being an empath, like kind of I can kind of feel I'm playing Mario and like she comes in and she's like I died and she's like you're a loser and everyone who watches you is a loser and I'm like
What was that?
that was
A
one of my
troll?
mods. That was one of my mods.
Oh, whoa, what the fuck?
And I talked to her after and I'm like ew I gotta unmod you like we can't do that. I lost two people. I lost two followers after that. And
Ooh.
I told her I'm like, yeah, we can't do that, and it cost me viewers. So yeah, a bad mod or a mod that doesn't, you can poke fun, but then when it gets to like the viewers, like,
Oh,
if they don't feel welcome, you know what I mean.
mm, mm.
I'm talking
Like
about
a
those
mod,
mods, yes, Snark.
like a mod that's also pretty loose with like banning can also cost your stream at early on.
I do know mods that do that too. They're very hammer happy, and that costs viewers
Yeah.
too, because they don't know
When
what to
you're
say. Yeah.
when you're just starting out your stream, you have to accept everyone, even like the toxic ones.
Yeah, that's
Like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
toxic viewers. When you're starting out, but like in my guide also I talk about once you get your OGs, you have to start rooting them out and removing the toxic people. But yeah.
Oh yeah, when
Oh
I
well,
oh sorry,
sorry.
okay, I'll let you do your card. Sorry.
Let me just read your fourth card and then we'll get back on this.
Yeah.
Sorry. So fourth card represents secret desires and wishes.
Wow.
Ooh, secret desires and wishes. So these are hopes and dreams
Thank you,
that
Jaharis.
you use, Jake, that you sort of want to achieve. This is also very much related to your subconscious.
Yes.
So oh, it's I we call this the Tommy card actually.
Oh, Tommy Hype.
Because we say that Tommy's like kind of a knight because he protects everybody in stream.
There we go.
Hi Jay, how are you? So the Knight of Swords, and you actually got it in the upright position. Um, in the upright position, the Knight of Swords, it represents that you just want to let go of your inhibitions sometimes. Like sometimes when you make a decision, you probably think too much about it,
Oh.
but your subconscious your somehow you just want to throw it all away sometimes and just freaking follow your gut and do the freaking thing. So basically the Knight of Swords, it represents doing something brave but very rash. So it's basically like a quick like a quick decision made, like more do stop thinking, something like that. So I guess this is what somehow your subconscious is trying to tell you, like, just do it, make your dream come true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a thinker. I live up in my head and there's times where it's weird cuz um I'm part Irish and I was raised Catholic, so I feel a lot of guilt about things. So like if especially with desires, if I don't keep them in check, I feel guilty about it. I'm like, "Oh, I got mad. I'm sorry. Oh, I got
Oh my
excited.
god.
Sorry. I just
Yeah.
yeah.
That can be very stressful actually, to always have like these, to always need to be in control. And I
Mm,
think that's also one of my problems, because I feel like that's also why I had like this anxiety thing. I
yeah.
always want to be in control and controlled. So sometimes I guess you just gotta let go, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Let yourself free. Get naked. Dance in the
What?
rain.
Sorry.
No, don't follow my suggestions. Hi, Jay.
Have some protein. Sea Wing. Oh yeah, hey, how's it going, Jay? That's funny. And then you did the Shia LaBeouf meme on me. Wow, wow.
Yeah, well,
Just
I'm glad you
do
know.
it.
I love it. I love it. Let's do it. Make your dream come true.
Well, the big part of my dreams. Okay, so I'll everybody in chat, like, I would answer this to anybody who came into my chat and asked me, but they're like, "What are your goals?" So like long term goals. I want to be a ultrasound tech, Twitch
Okay.
partner. married with kids. If I'm an ultrasound tech full time, that's like 4 days a week. I can
Mm-hmm.
still do streaming like 3 days a week or
Mm-hmm.
2 days a week. But I can do 8 hours. Like right now, I'm working 6 days a week, so my schedule's all over the place. But if I when I have a career where I can be a good provider, good father, good husband, I can still do the streaming. And I do plan on. I would like to be with someone who plays games or who's a gamer also, so they kind of understand that and they can kind of join in.
It's cool when you find a girl like that.
Oh my god,
I
it's
don't think it's so rare nowadays though.
nowadays it's
Like I
not.
feel like
Nowadays,
yeah,
oh,
but
okay.
I think before it was quite
So check this out. Do you want to hear about inhibitions and getting in my own head and stopping me from doing something? I'll tell you a good example. So I used to work at EB Games, and there was this girl that came in, and I was in the back, and I come up front, and I talked to my coworker. I'm like, who is that? And he's like, she just came in. I'm like, all right, but who did she come in with? Like, there's no way a girl like that. This is 2002. I'm like, there's no way a girl like that's coming in here without a boyfriend, a brother, or a father. No, she came in by
Mhm.
herself. And so he's like, go talk to her. And I'm like, I'm chicken. I was like, I can't. Like, I can't talk to her. I'm still shy. And so I eventually, Metroid Prime was out, or it was coming out. And I remember her and I stood at the kiosk with her. And before I knew it, we were talking. I don't remember who started it, but we were talking. And like, I don't like looking people in the eyes. That's really weird for me. But with her, I
Mhm.
actually did it. I was like, and it felt right. And she actually playfully punched me once. And this is someone I just met. And she was like, all right, I gotta go. And she's leaving, and I'm like, my head was
That
like,
was a sign.
go give her your number, like, go.
Exactly.
But this is where it gets weird. The new boss that was there, he was pretending to be a customer, got into
Hmm.
a real fight with my coworker who was leaving. It was his last day, and he was sitting on the counter. So I had to break up the fight, and she had walked out. Um, and she called back a couple weeks later,
Oh.
but it wasn't the same. The only thing I got from her, because I panicked, I only got her name, which was Mona. So like
Mhm.
I lost her, but like had I just did it,
Yes,
I'd probably be a
dad.
dad right now.
Yeah, like honestly, I think a lot of opportunities are definitely missed when we don't take them,
Yeah.
when we don't do this, they just do it. Because I'm also sometimes like this. Like sometimes I overthink things and like, ugh, just not do it. But like, sometimes in your heart, you know it. Like in your gut, you know
Yeah.
that you should do it, Like sometimes just gotta follow the gut.
Oh, I got a gut.
Well, at
Let's get.
least now you know.
Let's get.
At least now you know, and then in the
I
future,
do. Yeah. Let's see. Tommy says I should stream with my whole family. That's the plan. That is the plan.
that would be cute.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
Let's
okay, wait. I'm gonna read your fifth card
go for it.
first, and then we can. Okay. So your fifth card represents hidden forces. So these are basically like unseen how do I say influences that affect you actually. So this is basically like what the decisions other people make, for example, or things that are out of your control but directly affects you, such as
Okay.
politics, for example. So what came out is like inverted two of pentacles.
Okay.
So the inverted two of pentacles, it represents imbalance. So I'm not really sure what this imbalance is pertaining to, but like in order, because like, well, everything can be imbalanced, but like in terms of like for example, the suit is pentacles, so definitely it represents something material, something more like concrete possessions. So there's definitely an imbalance in possessions. So I'm not exactly sure what that
Hmm.
is because it's pretty freaking broad.
Yeah.
So but if I were to connect it to the rest of the cards, well, the rest of the cards is mostly representing like a lot of your relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, either either there must be somebody who is about to somebody that you probably care for who will probably ask you for financial help, I guess. I'm not really sure what this is about. I cannot. I don't really. I can't pinpoint it.
Uh huh.
Or either at your work, they might be, I don't know, something with salaries or something that might directly impact you, but you have no control over it. So
Cause so it could possibly be a raise, right? Or
it
no?
could definitely possibly be a raise. Although, in terms of the direction of the card, it's mostly negative.
Oh
Not all
no!
not all inverted cards are negative,
I
by the
like
way.
inverted.
It's
That's right.
not all inverted cards are bad, but this one it represents imbalance. So
Hmm.
I don't think that it's going to be a good thing. There might be more costs than
Hmm.
how do you, more costs than what you earn, or something will cost you more than what it's worth, something like that. So you have to be quite probably careful if ever you realize that you're in a situation like this, that it might cost you more than what it's worth. You have to evaluate if
Hmm.
it's truly worth that investment.
Okay, I think I know
So
what you're talking about.
yeah, you have to maintain what your priorities are in order to keep the balance in your life in terms of, like, material possessions and stuff.
Got it. Let's see.
always always annoying when they're always annoying when they're like financial issues.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do have family members that I would like to help. Um, but like right now I can't. Because like financially
I can
in this
totally.
pandemic, I
Mm,
barely help myself. So.
I know, I know. Oof. So yeah, if like one of your family members, because I have I'm in the same situation. Like, if you can't help yourself, you can't help them. So I always feel so guilty about that sometimes when I prioritize myself. But then if I don't prioritize myself, I would be in a much worse position to help them. So
No, that's super true. That's in 2015 I had to make that choice, and yeah, I mean they're doing better. I know I'm doing better, but I had to, you have to break away and then kind of build yourself up, and then you can pull other people up. Otherwise, yeah,
exactly,
yeah. No, I
exactly.
gotcha. Well, it's funny. I've noticed that like Irish families and Filipino families, there's a lot in common with like the. I think it might be the Catholic thing. I think it might be that,
Oh, true, maybe. Yeah.
like the whole family dynamic. I know it sounds weird, but a lot of like,
And South Americans as well,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So like, I just I don't know. Like we're going through the same problem, which is funny. Like trying to help out certain family members, and you're just like, I can't. Like not yet, not yet. All right, Kurt, got to run, but so glad I was able to hop in for a little bit. I'll catch you later. All right, Narc, I'll see you later. Have a good
Bye.
one, Narc. Here,
Bye
let
now.
me give her a shout out.
I'll give her a follow.
Yeah, Narc is amazing, Chris. She said stop. No, okay, no. Crest is so. Let me guys. I'll give you guys a recap of Crest real quick. When I was on YouTube recommended, I found Narc the same way, but I found you. You were doing Sherlock Holmes. You were dressed up as like Sherlock Holmes, I think, and you were doing like a murder mystery. And I remember I
Yeah.
was like, I haven't seen anything like that. So I was like, I was just blown away. And then we got to talking, and I'm like, she's really cool. Like, it just blew me away, especially because like you had so many viewers, and like it always baffles me when, in a good way, when somebody remembers who you are and like they talk to you like you did. So I was like, oh, she's special. I can feel that. I can feel.
Uh, a lot of people actually tell me like that my stream has grown so much, but I still act like a small streamer. But and
Mm-hmm.
in
Absolutely.
my head, I've just been stuck at 30 viewers. So
Uh,
I talk to my chat the same way that I used to when I had 30 viewers. It can get kind of wild, like, when the chat is like
oh yeah, your chat's like I can't keep up anymore. I don't know how you guys do it. Golski, how's it going? I remember.
it's at
So
69.
my advice, or Narc says it too, but I always say perform, even if you have zero viewers at the time, perform as if you have 100. That way, when you hit 100 viewers, you're still the same person as you were before.
I agree.
Yeah,
I always turn off the viewer count because I really don't
same
want it
here.
to affect. There was one time I think that I really hate when, for example, chat tells me how many viewers there are because it makes me feel like, oh my god,
Oh,
look at me, and then I get really shy and I can't crack my jokes.
well, so I have someone that does that. She'll be like, "Oh, do you realize that like when I would play Red Dead, she'd be like, "Do you realize that you're like the number one Red Dead streamer right now?" And I'm like, "I don't want to know that because then I'm gonna when I if I see the
Uh,
numbers, if you tell me the numbers are dipping, I'm gonna like start to panic. Like I'm gonna overthink it."
True, true, true.
Yeah,
And like that it really affects like how you stream, especially.
yeah.
Like you don't want that to affect how you are naturally in
So
stream.
I was gonna ask too. Do you have any favorite games or franchises?
Soulsborne, Demon
Soulsborne.
Souls,
Noise.
Soul series definitely. I also what else do I like? In general, I like RPG games,
Mm-hmm.
preferably multiplayer RPG games. But it just sucks that, nowadays I don't really have the time to run through the entire story because I also like to do like open world quests and like really take my time. But like since I stream once a week now, I can't really. So
would
I think I have to focus more on speed running stuff.
Would you say, because I was actually talking to Narc about this, as I've gotten older, my patience is kind of like, it's gotten less with certain games, like, because I work 6 days a week and I get tired. I'm like, if
Mhm.
it's not like Super Mario 35 or Call of Duty, I don't want to play it, because, like, I really want to play Spider-Man, I really want to beat Horizon Zero Dawn, but, like, when it asks me to read and then do fetch quests, and I just don't
I
have the
agree.
patience. I don't have the
I
patience.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think, yeah, I think it's just like, nowadays there's so many distractions.
Yeah.
I actually cannot enjoy a game as much as I did back when I was like
When we were younger.
12 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like right now there's so many great games that come out and like you're just there's like it's oversaturated. You have too many choices. You want to play so many games. There's so little time. And like, you just want to get it over.
Yeah, it's like,
But before, I really would like savor each and every moment of a freaking
mm-hmm.
video game because there's
Oh yeah.
like the next one is coming out next year or something.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Game of Thrones series.
Ooh, wait, did you watch Game of Thrones?
I did.
Ooh, we could do
Disappointing.
a whole nother podcast on that. Wow, my God. Oh, real quick, let me ask you the Game of Thrones. Your top three favorite characters.
Well, okay, a lot of people would disagree,
Keep going.
but you see that little thing over there?
Yes, I
That's
do.
Cersei Lannister.
Oh wow, she's number one, huh?
I like Cersei.
Okay.
She's a bitch,
Yeah.
but she knows what she has to do in order to do what needed to be done. Like
Yes.
I love that scene when she made the cathedral explode with dragon fire.
Yes.
Oh, and then her dress is actually what she's wearing here. That's why I
Oh,
bought this
okay.
one. And then she was like at the window just watching all of her
Very
enemies
casually.
die and those
Yeah.
and those religious cult people, and I was just like love.
So your nickname
Yeah,
was Cersei
I'm
Teen?
Serpentine.
Cersei Teen.
Serpentine.
Um.
Yeah.
So
I
I
always root for the villains anyway.
Well, here I'll give you my top three. So actually, I'll give you my top
Mhm.
two. Braun. I love Braun.
Sir Braun
Yeah,
Blackwater.
Blackwater. Yeah, he's my favorite because he doesn't really have a house. He's just kind of he's a badass, but he's kind of like I don't know. He knows how to play
He's
the game.
cool.
And second, Tywin.
Tywin the father?
Yeah,
Or
Tywin Lannister.
are you
Yeah,
freaking serious?
I'm dead serious
No.
because Tywin was
Sander the dog.
Tywin is the biggest necessary evil on that show. Like when he died, the power vacuum that happened in that area was massive. Like you need him. Like do you think
That's true.
when was it when the White Walkers came? Could you imagine if Tywin was a general? They or in charge?
No.
They would have gotten screwed. They would have gotten killed. White Walkers would have been like
True.
5 minutes. Um,
Sandor.
Sandor's
The
pretty
game.
good. Who's
He's
the
good. I liked him.
There's
Not
a
the
third
mountain,
one.
the hound. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
pretty good. I loved. Actually, add him on my favorites.
Okay,
I
so
also like Arya and Tyrion.
okay, real quick, I'll mention this too. So the I was on board with the Starks. I literally have like a Stark hoodie and a Stark beanie, but the
Mm.
way they treated John at the end, I'm a Lannister all the way up now.
Ah, because they kicked John out, right?
So okay,
I don't remember what did they do in the
if
end.
your brother can see to the future, right, and he's doing
Mm-hmm.
all these things, he gets you to literally kill the woman you love, and then he takes your job. John's supposed to be the king. It's his birthright. His brother takes it.
Mm.
Um, Bran takes it, and the I'm forgetting their names. Grey Worm. Him and his party they leave. He should have been like, "All right, John, you can get up. You don't have to leave." No, and
Yeah,
they
true. Like, I honestly did not see why he had to be exiled. Like,
yeah
I was quite disappointed. Like, uh,
yeah
the ending was so disappointing in all aspects. Like, honestly, Cersei just died like that.
yeah
She should have been given a death worthy of Cersei. Like,
yeah.
she was one of the most hated characters. She should have died like Joffrey. Like, I was waiting for the day that she would die epically, and she just died
It's
in like
it should have been
I
Jamie.
was so disappointed.
Jamie,
I was
remember
so disappointed.
the Valonqar prophecies? Should have been Jamie that killed her. And I'll say young Robert Baratheon. Robert Baratheon was a badass before he got fat. Robert Baratheon was basically the Mountain. He was
He
that
was
badass.
cool. Yeah.
Or just let her walk the
Oh
streets
wait,
with bells ringing shame.
I'm gonna read your
Yes,
sixth card.
yes, please.
Sorry. So this represents events yet to come. So basically things in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So so it's the Seven of Pentacles. I know that the cards are kind of scary, right?
They do, yeah. You're,
So like the Seven of Pentacles, and this represents things that are yet to come. It actually represents like learning.
mm,
Um there is something that you are going to learn in the near future that will probably help you um earn more money or more possessions. As you can see, it's like a little like student poking a tree. The tree is bearing a lot of pentacles, which I already mentioned earlier, that pentacles represents a lot of material possessions. So I think you're going to learn a skill or a trade, and you will be able to develop your own personal ability that will result to, for a lack of mysterious term, ROI, return on investment.
I like that. I like that.
So so when that moment happens, when you start seeing that your efforts on improvement are bearing fruit, you have to take a moment to realize the progress that you've made so that it doesn't slow down, so that you can keep figuring out like how to continue this growth.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
pretty good. I like
I
that.
like that one,
I
yeah.
feel yeah, it's interesting because as we move towards like more
Yeah,
futuristic cards, more future centered cards,
yeah.
we're going farther from relationships actually. Um and I feel like you might see more success in your job or other areas of like self improvement and stuff. Or maybe this could be like a catalyst that could like just like push you to be a better person,
Oh, yeah.
not a better person personally, but like in terms of achievements and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Wait, I'm gonna continue with this
yeah.
stuff with cards,
Okay.
sorry, because like I have to cook my dinner
You're good.
if I want to eat on time. So like the seventh card, it represents the surrounding environment. Like so normally like the people who surround you right now or the circumstances that surround you right now. Um like home, work, community that could impact you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh, oh
it's the
wow.
devil card. The very interesting cards that come out for you, like honestly. So devil card. So the devil card, it represents people by like elements. So elements of home, work, or community. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to represent people, but of course, like these these areas of your life are run by people, and there are people who are willing to who are out there to use you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, ex kitten.
Gin.
So like there you have to be careful that in the communities that you move in, that there are people who are trying to use you. This can also the devil can also represent material desires as well as obsessions. So this has nothing to do with you, okay? This is like who and
The
what is
people.
around you,
Mm.
the people. So there is definitely an element of greed and oppression somehow.
Ooh, I know what you're talking
So
about.
you have to be careful that there are people out there who don't want to see you succeed, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and you have to be careful not to trust them. So so yeah, you just have to be like vigilant to realize like, oh, this one's like a
Mm.
hater.
No, no,
You
they're
know what I mean?
family. I have two family members that are doing that.
What?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Family members on top of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Like they actively try to pull you down.
Yeah. I'll be specific. So I was a CNA at one point, and I top of my class, all the stuff I applied for Kaiser. It's a hospital here in California, and they're like, "Do you know anybody that works here?" I'm like, "Yeah, my older brother does." And him and I aren't necessarily on good terms, but I get a letter back. I'll send you a copy of it too. That said that they can't accept my application because there's too many people applying. And he was also the
Whoa.
one. He was also the one that when I was younger, he told me not to go into the X-ray tech field because I would make like $11 an hour and I'd be in debt and this and that. And then come to find out he's doing it and makes a boatload of money. And he tells people that I'm a
Oh,
loser. There's
shit.
also there's
Good.
also a family member. I won't say who they are, but there's inheritance involved, and they are boxing me out. And you mentioned greed, and I was like, yeah, that's
That
I know
is
who they are. I know who they are.
insane.
Yeah,
That is insane.
yeah, I know who they are.
You cannot let them devil like, do you see that? Do you see that?
Oh,
You
I
can't
see
let the
it.
devil dance on your grave. Well, it seems that this surrounding environment will be quite a big element in your life, because also like if you see there are certain cards that are like this, like they have names, they're
Hmm.
major arcana. By major arcana, it means their influence on your life is also bigger. Like they can actually make or break it for you. So you have to be quite vigilant when it comes to people like that.
Yeah,
All right. So the eighth card represents um, the influence of other people on you.
Jenna.
So this is basically people that you
Thank you,
that you
Tommy.
meet, people that you deal with, and people that you interact with, probably like on a daily basis, or people who have like a big impact on you as a person. So the card is upside
Inverted.
down, inverted King of Swords. So it's very interesting because like the inverted King of Swords, um, the King of Swords, it represents also somebody who is very in the upright position. It represents somebody who is very much in control of their thoughts. Somebody who is a fair person. However, in the inverted position, the King of Swords, it represents somebody who is brutal, selfish, and unfair. So you're so there is probably somebody who or someone you might interact with, which is so funny because like after the devil, we're talking about the inverted King of Swords. So somebody who is just like unfair, selfish, they only think about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So they also have like, well, this one is not major arcana though. So you don't necessarily, I mean, this is somebody who you interact with, but you can actively choose not to interact
I know
with
who
them
that
anymore.
is.
Like, yeah, just cut them out of your life. Toxic. Toxic.
I know who that is.
Would you say it's your older brother though?
No, it's the family member that the inheritance thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh. But it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like a selfish, brutal, and
Oh yeah,
unfair.
I know who they are.
Hmm. I mean, sometimes also when I do tarot card readings, I also like let the person that I read for make their own like interpretations. Because sometimes when you see the images, you like something already comes into your mind at the back of your head, so you immediately know.
When
Oh, I
you were
know.
describing it, I'm like, oh, I know who that is.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like there's always somebody who like that
Yep.
goes in your head right away. So it's very interesting how in the present it seems like the relationship is like probably the thing burdening you the most. And then moving forward, it seems like you will have to deal more about like these like in terms of work and possessions, events of work and material possessions,
So
as well as like the people that you interact with in terms of these this in this area. Yeah,
so
go
with
ahead.
the future, what you were saying, the skill that you're talking about, I already kind of laid it out for you because I've already had these thoughts in my head, which is I'm not gonna worry about what my family's doing or whatever. I'm gonna build up myself, which is the ultrasound tech Twitch partner. That's a
Hmm.
skill that I learn. Build up my money, then I can be a better me, and I can also be a better provider. Which is
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
depend on myself.
And you also have to remember that the Knight of Swords appeared for you as well. So I guess sometimes you just have to take certain risks without overthinking it. If the opportunity presents itself to
I'll
you.
try. I'll try. That's why I love tarot readings because you always form who the readings are about. Yeah, yeah, Jenna. Yeah, yes, you will. I was like, Tommy, yes, I will. I'm like, okay, this can.
So, like the ninth card, it represents the effects of more. This is more like spiritual. So I know you said
Mm-hmm.
earlier that you are or were religious. You said.
I'm Catholic. I'm
Mhm.
Irish Catholic. So there's like that. I can't shake that. My grandma, she was super hardcore.
So
Like,
this card normally represents what uh how do you say um be like higher powers have in store for you. So if you believe in for example you're Catholic, so you believe in God.
mm-hmm.
So this is basically what God has in store for you. Me, for example, I believe in destiny. So this is more like what does destiny have in store for me? So basically it's like me, I totally believe in destiny, in fate, that despite life being, I feel like life is 30% randomness because I'm a data
You do
analysis
numbers, yeah,
statistician.
yeah.
30% is random, but we all know that nothing is truly ever random. So there's 30% that
Interesting.
destiny pre-written. So I know that 30% of your life is determined by destiny. And then, well, 33% is determined by you
Yeah.
and your conscious active decision
Okay.
to change your life. So, for example, the day that I decided, oh, I'm gonna stop smoking. That's all. That's all me. That like God and destiny had nothing to do with that. Randomness had nothing to do with that. So I feel like life is composed of these three things.
How's it going,
So
Barry
let's.
Yates? Sorry.
Hello, beer rates. Never done tarot cards. So this represents spiritual forces. So that's the Two of Wands in
Okay.
the upright position. Look at those biceps,
I know.
Tommy. No,
It's got pinchers.
Tommy loves he's totally into working out. So Two of Wands, a very, very good, very, very good card in the upright position. The Two of Wands, it represents you reap what you sow, man. And we already saw earlier that, uh, like in the Seven of Pentacles here, the
Mm-hmm.
one where you're going to learn an ability that will help you improve in financial matters, or like overall, like um increase your possessions. The Two of Wands, it means that you will be favored somehow, that you will be able to reap what you sow. So for example, if you
Awesome.
start if you start learning now, like this skill that you wanted to do, like for
Mm-hmm.
example this the radiation technology, rad tech, right, you said?
Ultrasound tech.
So if you get started on these ideas now, use your energy in a creative way, as well as bring together all of your ideas and start acting on them. Focus on like I'm telling you, do it now, now, make your dreams come true. Like
Just do it.
honestly, honestly, if I were a religious person, I would say that God is going to grant you your desires. Like there are good things in store for you. So
Yeah.
you all you have to do is to act on it now and use your energies and use like your energy into getting your objectives. And you will reap what you sow.
Mm.
So definitely return on investment.
that's
Let's
the theme.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the theme here. Return on investment. Um, very interesting reading. It's giving me goosebumps somehow. It's pretty good. I love it.
Yeah. Actually, as you were reading it, I got goosebumps, and then my all my windows are closed, but I have like this thing hanging up, and it was blowing, and that's what I was looking at. I'm like, that's very interesting. Jenna, that's how I am. Nothing is much randomness. You choose your lifeline, you walk down, but there's always a path laid out for you. You just need to choose.
Agreed. Agreed. And I feel that if you choose to do something now, you are definitely going to reap the rewards later.
Mm.
It's very good. I like this card. This is the first time it's ever come out for me.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
I've done readings. I've done more than 100 readings, I think. So first time it's ever come out.
Yeah. There we go.
Um, and then the last card, it represents somehow of like a culmination of all of these cards.
Mm.
Basically like a final outcome.
Okay.
So
Let's
let's
see.
see. Oh, it's a Queen of Cups. Oh, it's so good.
It's
Queen of
good. Okay.
So good. Upright. Upright Queen of Cups. Happy ending. You're gonna
Oh.
you're gonna be
Woohoo.
so extremely happy. There will be a point in your life where you will be so extremely happy that it is freaking overflowing. Like I am getting goosebumps right now. Like this reading was bad turned good. Like at the beginning we were like heartbreak, stormy
Yeah.
relationship.
That's true.
And like all of a sudden it just got freaking good, man.
That's
So
awesome.
like so like Queen of Cups, if you can see like she's holding a cup
Yeah.
and then the cup is actually dripping. And then I told you
Overfloweth.
earlier overflowing. And I told you earlier that cups it represents emotions
Yes.
usually. So the Queen of Cups as in like as a final outcome, it really represents like a person who is quite happy, emotionally fulfilled, and like you're so overflowing with happiness that you have so much happiness to share with other people. Like it's so much happiness. It's not even just for you. Like you have so much happiness to share, and
Ah.
it also represents and like this happiness, well, you are already a kind and caring person,
Yeah.
but it just makes you even more kind and
Ooh.
caring.
Okay.
So So it also represents somebody who is devoted. It doesn't really say much. It doesn't really say much if like in terms of a relationship or anything. It's nothing like that. It just talks like a lot about your personal emotional satisfaction and happiness.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna be like so happy, so um like just totally overall good, man. You're gonna be somebody who probably people look up to, and it's just that you have so much to give because of this like overflowing. So you're gonna be
Yeah.
able to like help other people as well with that,
That's what.
and
Remember? Yeah.
share with them your happiness from. Okay, I'm gonna take a photo of this. I'm gonna send it to you so you don't forget. Because
Sounds like it's
I
gonna
like
work out. Yeah. Thank you, Bear.
Because I
Tommy.
usually I like to take photos
Yeah.
because people forget their reading, and then later on when things come true, I can't prove to them that I read it.
Well,
Like
let's go ahead. Sorry. Sorry.
there were some readings that I've done that were so on point, and I didn't take a photo, so I can't freaking
Okay.
prove
Well,
to them like
I'm
I
saving this
told you.
video. I'm saving it, so it's all there. Tommy, you're gonna. Tommy says I'm gonna do amazing. Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy gave us an A plus plus. We got two A
A
pluses.
plus plus,
Yes.
A plus plus
Thank
reading.
you.
Sounds like
Um.
workout, I believe.
So okay. So you did all the cards. Before you cook your food, I'll ask you just real quick question. Uh, who if someone were to play you in a movie, who would you pick?
Play me in a movie?
Yeah.
All right, somebody came in mind. Who's
Thank you,
that
Jenna.
girl? The girl from Crazy Rich Asians. Wait, wait, wait. I don't know their names. Crazy Rich Asians. Let me find. Um, what's her name? I feel like we look alike. Well, either Gemma Chan because she's so freaking hot, or Constance Wu.
Oh wow, I think you're the second person to pick Constance Wu. Narc actually who
Oh,
came in
really?
picked Constance Wu.
She seems like such a real person.
Hmm.
Oh,
And then let's see, last question I ask everybody. If you were on death row and you had a last meal, what would your last meal be? And price isn't an option. You can order as much as you want.
oh,
Yeah. What would your last
then
meal be?
I want a boatload of, not just a boatload, maybe tons and tons of sushi.
Just tons of sushi, really? That's it?
Yes,
That's your
yes, I'm
favorite
so.
food?
Or Japanese food in general. I'll
Japanese
eat
food.
it.
Yeah. When's the my I'm so hooked on Call of Duty right now. I haven't gone back to Red Dead. I've gotten asked that before though.
Great choice.
Sorry. Okay.
Approach.
Well, thank you for the card reading. Thank you for just everything. I really appreciate you being here. I remember I told you when I started doing the interviews, I wanted you specifically. Like I literally remember I asked you
I was so
before.
surprised.
Yeah, no,
I was
I
really surprised that you insisted. I was like, I'm not that
I
interesting.
think you are. I told you I'm like there's something special about you. I can see it. I can feel it. Um
Thank
Thank you, Tommy.
you.
Really appreciate that. And then so people can find you on Twitch, they can find you on YouTube, Crescentine.tv, right? Is that or
Yeah.
your link? There's a lot of places you can find her. If you want to reach out to her, you do you do readings for other people. So that's if you like what you see, you can definitely get in touch with her and work something out. Um, and then always we do in the stream, we rate a person of your choice. Do you have anybody in mind that you'd like to rate?
Oh, my choice.
Your choice. Yeah,
Cool. Thanks so much for inviting me. So
of
you're
course.
ending the stream because I have to go?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna grab something to eat myself.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Two three
then
times.
I'm gonna be streaming 3 times today, though. I'm gonna do maybe like Donkey Kong Country 2 or something, and then I'll end it tonight with like Call of Duty with like my sister. Eat well, thank you,
Okay.
Tommy. Oh, Tommy,
I'm
yeah, I
gonna
try, man.
finish.
Thank you. And then go ahead and put it in chat. Like type in chat. That way, it's easier for me to copy, and then we'll send everybody over to your choice.
Let's see. All right. Choo, choo, choo. All right. Maybe this. Oh no, she has no cam. Come on. Why you have no cam today? She's
Out of all the
bored.
days.
Out of all the days. Well, I think you might like her too. She's Filipina. She lives in Sweden.
Oh wow.
Let me
Okay.
just write it.
That's that was a question I wanted to ask you. How, you
Your
went from the Philippines to France. How did that happen? Like what inspired
Oh,
you to move to
it's
France?
it's um I didn't have that I didn't have a lot of choices actually.
Hmm.
I had three choices. Either to so after I graduated university, I didn't I had an idea what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to do like a master's degree in Japan because I was such a weeb.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then I did like Japanese studies as a minor so that I could use that as in on my like application for studying in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But then I couldn't freaking land a scholarship and it's too
Oh.
expensive. Like I couldn't afford it. So okay, Japan was out of the list. Goodbye Japanese studies. What a waste of time. And then there was then I just started to work, you know. I was like, oh, maybe if I work first, I could afford studying in Japan. But then Filipino minimum wage.
Ouch.
Like even if I worked 10 years, I could not afford freaking Japan.
Oof.
So so like the industry that I got into was super interesting, which was market research,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still what I'm doing today. I got a client who offered me like a partial scholarship in Georgia, in the University of Georgia, to take a master's degree in market research. So that was super interesting. But even on a partial scholarship, which was like 50% paid, I still couldn't afford the freaking thing.
Oh, fuck.
So I was like, well, fine. I was like already 2 or 3 years after graduation. I was like, ugh, master's degree's never gonna happen now. So I just started building a business on the side because I was like, shit, even if I work 10 years, 20 years in my life with what I'm freaking earning with this company, it was a great company, by the way. I learned so many things that I
Mm-hmm.
still use in my business today. So it was totally worth it. But then but then, um, I was like, God damn. So I started doing like this business on the side, which is basically offering the same thing that I do for this company, but to clients, like independent clients,
Yeah, yeah.
like small businesses who could not afford the services of the company I worked for,
It's like a
because it's a
freelance.
big yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
freelancing. Because you know, like so the company that I worked for, it's like Nielsen. If you know, like the Nielsen company, when you
Yep.
see like surveys on
Yep.
TV, so they pay really low, but they're so expensive for clients to afford. So normally small businesses who need market research, they cannot afford that as well. So I started out as a freelancer, like really small, and then I started like getting a lot of businesses from small, medium enterprises, and then, you know, it just started growing bigger than my job to the
Ooh,
point that I could finally freaking resign from my job.
you work for yourself.
By yeah, yeah, by the time that I earned more with my side business than my job, I was working for Samsung at the time. Hello.
Austin, how you doing? Jenna just followed you, by the way.
Oh, wait, me?
Yes.
No, what? Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
who's
Sex kitten
Jenna?
just yeah.
I'll follow you. I like your name. Does she?
I don't know if Jenna streams. I know Asuna does, but Jenna doesn't.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jen. So yeah, by the time that I could live off my business, I was already working for Samsung, and Samsung was paying me very well. But it's just that, you know, the business was going really well, and then I decided to move it over to France
Okay.
to earn even more.
Cool.
So like in France, I was able to like triple the what I earned from the Philippines
Yeah.
just because I'm in France. So I could find more high value clients and they didn't have an excuse to pay me shit.
Yeah. Well, you. It sounds like you were working smarter, not harder.
Oh, it was
At
hard at first, but
yeah, yeah.
as everything is hard at first, and then once you get the ball rolling, it just gets
And then
better.
Swole, welcome. Swole asked. He just wanted. Swole asked what your favorite Star Wars movie is.
Oh my God. I actually like any of the Star Wars movie. Wait, let's see. Because I know that if I say any of the most recent Star Wars movies, you guys will freaking hate me. But
I stream will end. Stream will end. That's good.
I freaking love that they put the female character in front. Did you know how freaking um masculine and patriarchal Star Wars was in the
Phantom
beginning?
Menace was my favorite.
Like
Tommy.
it was just so masculine, you know what I mean? Like women were just totally not invited to Star Wars before. And like when they got Rey into it, I was like, shit, this just became more appealing. But like I did watch Star Wars for a long time. It's just that it was just so male dominated, if you know what I mean. I mean, you got
Yeah.
Princess Leia,
Princess
but
Leia.
yeah, in your sexy costume, but that
Uh
was also like very,
huh.
very demeaning. But it was okay. But I would say that my favorite was the one with Padme and Anakin.
Phantom. Was it Phantom Menace or was it the Attack of the Clones?
I think it was Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. 3 for Phantom Menace. Yes, that's my favorite. That's my favorite one. Yes, with Liam Neeson.
I really like the Padme Amidala storyline. Like honestly, that was the first like, oh, women in power, let's go, send it.
That's funny.
And then like she was sneaking out pretending to be one of her slaves. I really like that, like and I love that they got Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman for those roles. I was like, oh, I was so in love.
Yeah.
So I think that was actually the point that I became a Star Wars fan.
Same here. Same here.
uh
That's when I really got into it. Well, actually, no. Shadows of the Empire. Shadows of the Empire is when I got into it.
I got
Um,
BB-8 here. I mean, I do
BB.
like the recent Star Wars movies just because it
I
just
like
became more
BB-8.
appealing. It's cute.
I I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't get into the new ones, but I think I'm more of like the
A
older. I
lot
like
of
the
people,
prequels. I like the prequels.
a lot of people hate them. I think
Yeah.
it was mostly because of Kylo Ren. I would say
Uh,
very mediocre,
there was no
very mediocre,
direction. Yeah, there was
very
no
mediocre
direction.
acting, and just no freaking sense. Like it just,
Oh,
but I don't know, man.
I was
It
gonna
was just
tell
a little
you.
bit.
My stepmom's from the Philippines, and
I really?
yeah, I have three
Oh,
sisters that are half Filipino.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
I think Filipinas are definitely probably one of the nicest wives you could find. Not sure as mother-in-laws or something. I've heard bad stuff. Just laughing nervously.
Yeah, like
Not gonna say anything. She might be watching. Okay, wait. Sorry,
are
I
you
should find somebody to. Um, wait. Is she still on? Uh, I'm so bad at choosing who to grade. Why you do this to me?
because this is the final knife that I stick in someone. I'm like, all right, who are we gonna raid? It's your choice.
Oh my god. Who do you like to rate?
Well, I could. I mean, I would just raid Narc because she was just here, but that's.
Yeah, true. She's streaming. I followed her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna raid Narcval. All right. So, my God. So I remember when we first did we were talking about the interview. You're like, I could do 30 minutes, and that's it. And then we went an hour and 43 minutes. So that was
Well,
crazy. Thank you for inviting
I
us.
promised you an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, you did. Well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. The tarot reading was nice. Definitely an A+ ending for sure.
Oh,
But Tommy, I
cheers.
love having you guys. Crest, thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna go raid Narcval. All right. Oh man, that's awesome. So you're gonna send me the picture of my card reading so I don't forget.
I will. So one day when it comes true, I'll be like,
Oh my God, when it
yeah.
comes true, when it comes true,
I told you so.
Remember that thing I told you? 10,001. 10,001. I told you that. It'll happen. It'll happen. All right, guys, here we go.